Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a hypnosis session to help a client feel more confident driving on roads, particularly roads they weren't familiar with. And this particular client had anxiety about driving because of a issue many years before where they took a wrong turn, weren't sure how to get back on the right road, and then started having what seemed to me, from hearing the explanation, seemed like a panic attack. And panic attacks are not great at the best of times, even worse if you're driving, because when that sympathetic nervous system kicks in, not great to be driving 70 miles an hour on a motorway. And then what can happen is that if you have that panic attack while driving, it can lead to a vigilance to try and figure out how did it happen and how to stop it happening. But there's a feeling that the motorway caused the anxiety rather than the evaluation. If in that moment the evaluation was, taking a wrong turn, I'll get back on track, wouldn't have been a panic attack. It's this feeling of not knowing what to do. So you'll hear a reference in this session of 1 and 1 equals 3. What that really refers to is a false evaluation led to the anxiety, not the motorway driving, not missing the turn. It was the false evaluation that caused it. So that's really what you're going to be hearing here, is to update the evaluations and to prime and preempt what it would mean to make an evaluation of not knowing where you are. Rather than it being a big deal, it's that I'm going to find out where I am within seconds, which is normally true on most motorway, freeway, A-road kind of systems. And if they do miss a junction or a turn, well, it's just going to delay their journey slightly, all of which feels very manageable. And when you make an evaluation of something being manageable and within capabilities, the sympathetic nervous system doesn't kick in. So it helps in two ways. It primes it, but it also creates a resource state. If you have anxiety driving, this session may help, but it might be that your specific anxiety doesn't come from not knowing where you are or the perception of missing a turn. It might come from something else. So it's always possible to have bespoke hypnosis sessions with me. Click a link in the show notes and you'll be able to schedule a completely free 30-minute consultation call. For now, though, find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation. And as you exhale, feel a wonderful release of any stress, tension, but in particular, any anxiety. Just feel it being released, letting go. Feel it leaving your body, and feel it being replaced with a resourceful feeling of confidence and certainty. As you breathe in and breathe out, feel that you're drifting off into a place where change happens. And maybe that's inside your own mind. Or maybe you could imagine a safe, relaxing place of your past. A place where you felt comfortable and relaxed. And just imagine a place there that you could lose your concentration into a moment. Perhaps you could imagine staring into a particular type of plant or flower, or maybe water like the sea or a stream. Just imagine focusing your attention on a single point. And as you focus on that point, your imagination can take you on a journey. As you breathe in and breathe out, feel like you're going deeper and deeper relaxed, particularly any tension around your jaw, forehead, eyelids, neck and shoulders. Feel it all just melt away. And I want you to think back to a moment where you were driving and perhaps missed a vital turn. But instead of evaluating that it would just temporarily delay how much time it takes to get to your destination, I want you to recall that back then you evaluated that somehow you were trapped, restricted, that you couldn't take the road that you needed to take. But what if all of that anxiety back then was based on a false premise? The idea that you didn't know where you were or how to get back on track. That you made an evaluation that somehow this was catastrophic, hugely detrimental, rather than a minor inconvenience. As you look at that memory, seeing yourself like you're someone else, I want you to observe that version of you that came to the wrong evaluation. An evaluation similar to adding 1 and 1 and coming up with the solution 3. What if all of the anxiety that followed was trying to avoid more anxiety, but the original anxiety came from a false evaluation? Now that you know better, allow those old beliefs to just melt away, and instead imagine seeing you driving confidently, resourcefully, a sense of calm relaxation. you to observe a version of you taking a very specific journey, perhaps a future journey. But imagine the whole journey from leaving to getting into the car, to driving, to arriving, going exactly as you would want it to. See a person in control, confident, that no matter where you are, there's an evaluation, that everything will work out fine. This is well within your capabilities. And the very worst thing that can happen is that you take a minute or so to figure out where you are, and even a misturn just slightly delays your journey. And when you're confident that that version of you that is driving that journey is doing it confidently in a resourceful way, no stress, anxiety, just relaxation and perhaps even enjoyment, then switch perspectives to feel like you are now in the driving seat, that it is you driving the car. And notice how you can feel confident and in control behind the wheel, no matter the destination. That you can trust in your ability to navigate any road confidently, using a combination of signposts or sat-nav technology as your guides. Feel how you would feel to believe deep down that any misturn or junction is just a minor detour, a temporary setback on your journey, but no big deal. Because you can relax and stay calm. That at any point, if you're not sure where you are, you can know with absolute certainty that you are only moments away from knowing exactly where you are. You can confidently use your navigation tools to maintain your bearings and direction, and any new roads, that's just an adventure, making your journey, your life more interesting. You can see it as an exciting exploration. I want you to harness the courage, the belief, the certainty of ancient explorers. If they can confidently sail across a sea to who knows where, then you can confidently drive a car on roads that have to, by their very nature, link to other roads. You can feel reassured that every road sign is a helpful guide, letting you know where you are, how far you have left. Every signpost is there to make your journey easier. And notice that when you trust your instincts and driving skills to adjust to either different traffic conditions, different weather, even different roads in different countries, that when you trust your instincts, driving becomes easier. Because you can stay composed and confident even when the route changes or the environment becomes unclear. Feel that you're making progress on this future journey, feeling the steering wheel in your fingertips, the comfort of your body in the driver's seat. See each driving experience as an opportunity to enhance your skills, confidence, and self-assurance. You are a capable and competent driver in any location. And what if you were to use any uncertainty as a chance to grow more familiar and comfortable with navigating. Maybe you can recall a time as a child, maybe in a forest or the countryside, not knowing where you are, but just a compass and a map enabled you to quickly figure out where you were. That ability, if it exists in a child, exists in you now. And maybe that comes from waiting for a signpost, or perhaps a marker on the side of the road, always letting you know that you are seconds away from knowing exactly where you are. And every successful navigation boosts your confidence even further, as you enjoy the sense of freedom that comes with mastering driving on various roads in different countries, in different weather conditions. Day or night, you can feel confident driving. Enjoy the sense of freedom that comes with mastering driving anywhere, at any time, in any circumstances. As you approach each journey with a positive mindset, ready to tackle any challenges, including the challenge of figuring out where you are. It's not a problem. It's just a puzzle, a game to figure out where you are. Notice as you get closer to your destination that you can enjoy the feeling of being calm and collected. And just imagine that you miss whatever turn you need to take, and just shrugging it off as no big deal. A temporary and inconsequential minor delay is all it is. And when you feel that you're back on track, celebrate your ability to adapt quickly to changes and to correct them as soon as you can. Trust that with each mile, each junction, your confidence and comfort in driving continues to grow. Whether you're driving alone or other people in the car with you, whether you're driving on the right-hand side or the left-hand side, feel that confidence growing. You are a good driver. You can drive well, and any problem has a solution not far away. Imagine arriving at your destination, but not feeling relief, not feeling a sense of incredible celebration. Imagine getting to your destination as casually and relaxed as perhaps taking a short walk to a nearby destination. It's just something you can do, something you don't need to think about. As you breathe in and breathe out, feel like you're going back to the present, exactly where you are right now, listening to my voice. But that 1 and 1 that used to equal 3 now equals 2. You are only ever moments away from knowing exactly where you are. And any missed turn is a minor, very minor situation that can easily be resolved by a U-turn or a detour. A temporary delay that in the big scheme of things makes no difference whatsoever. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Returning to the present, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, connect fully into the present moment as I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. You will awaken feeling resourceful, confident, a sense of complete optimism and relaxation for any future journeys. You've got this. You always had. But with a new evaluation, a new framework, driving becomes easy once more, starting to count to awaken you. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.